Did anyone order a cleric with a sight of sass? If so, I'm Dahlia Avalon. Wow, how do I keep this short and sweet? I grew up in the poor sector of New Averant and took care of Papa after my mother died when I was 6. Papa was not well after she passed, so I bounced around waitressing and spent any of my free time at the Temple of Cocobio since he helped me feel close to my mama. But it was hard making ends meet as a barmaid, so after some encouragement from my best friend Silic, I enlisted as a cleric in the Order of the Fallen Star. Next thing I know, I'm across the realm with a team of strangers that have quickly become my family. Sounds pretty straightforward, right? Ready for things to take a sharp left? Okay, let's see. Turns out Cocobio, the goddess of moon and stars, is not the most virtuous angel that we thought, and well, neither is New Averant. After defecting from the church and the government, I learned that Gladlin, the god of fate, is only a slightly less destructive hot mess. And now we're on god number 3, Halasna, goddess of sun and life. As Heartwind now travels the world as adventurers for hire. So far, so good there. I would totally hate if something bad were to happen to her. Oh wait, there's more. How could I forget? Turns out my mother descends from a long line of devil royalty, and not just any royalty, the Deimos clan, aka the Lord of the Shadowfell. My lineage gives me this devil form I can transform into, a natural foresight gift, or curse if you ask me, and a boatload full of family drama. I discovered I have a half-brother named Silic. Yeah, that's Silic. My mother at some point has been resurrected from the dead, and oh yeah, Deimos wants to use me as a conduit for his armies to infiltrate and conquer the Averant realm. Almost forgot to mention that part, it kinda haunts my dreams a lot. But it's not all doom and gloom in my world, promise. No, really, I have wonderful friends, hilarious and fun adventures, and I may have just met the love of my life amidst it all. Ejodakash is the only person I've ever met to stand right in the face of danger and swing his sword without a second thought. With as much fire and brimstone looming over our heads, I couldn't imagine living in a world without him and our friends by my side, and keeping me sane. So whatever New Averant, the gods, Deimos, or fate seem to have planned for all of us, I know that Herai will be ready to face it together. Because if we go down, we won't go down without the fight. We got this, right? Right?
I never put much stock in families. My own sold me off to the black market to make money off the child with wings. I was nothing but a skinny street kid with broken wings from trying to escape. That is, until the Order of the Fallen Star soldiers rescued me. My heroes in blue. I aspired to be like them and one day meet the big 3, Soma, Geneva, and Aegis. My life turned around and I worked hard night and day to hone my skills and be the best soldier I could. I usually worked on my own until I was paired up with the most peculiar group of people. We were sent on some quests, our base was attacked, and I died. But don't worry, Dahlia brought me back. I think I could actually consider her my first true friend. Gaiju and Dira also quickly wormed their way into my guarded heart as our adventures continued. My world turned a little upside down at that point as we encountered creatures and were hounded by the gods. I'm starting to think my little group is a god magnet, and I'm not quite sure how I feel about that. Anyways, one of these gods, Luna, decided that I would be a good stand-in for her and transferred her powers over to me. I met her sisters, which seem like major bitches, and I keep getting asked if I would choose peace or war, and quite frankly, I'm tired of it. And I would rather continue being the best soldier I can, which turned out to be not that great. My friend may have accidentally transformed into a slightly terrifying demon, which forced us to defect. But one of the big 3, Soma, also defected, and it turns out so did his brother. So maybe my past heroes were not all they cracked up to be. I wish I could say things went well from there, but somehow myself, Dira, and Treya were transported 10 years in the future, while Gaiju, Dahlia, and our new friend Apollo were left behind. For us, no time had passed, but the rest of Horiath was stuck living in the past 10 years searching for us. We finally found each other just as Geneva, another of the big 3, found us and was not very friendly. A few murders later, and we were free of her wrath. Soma found us again, and I'm glad he did. He's not as bad as Dahlia makes him seem. In fact, I think he's pretty sweet, and not too bad looking. Oh, and he gave me a gorgeous locket before leaving again. I guess I'm able to talk to him through it, which is nice. Anyways, Horiath ventured to the Shadowfell to save Apollo, who's now Hades, from Dahlia and Silic's evil grandfather. I was again hounded with that peace or war question. Obviously, peace is not an answer in our line of work as trouble keeps finding us. I think war might be our only option to protect my team, who has taught me what a family should be. Honestly, I can't even imagine my life without them. I've gone through a few changes recently. I couldn't tell at first, but the team seemed pretty concerned. I don't know why, since it's just a little hair and makeup change. Well, maybe my eyes changed a bit as well, but it's not that noticeable. At least Soma seems to like it.
I'm Dara Mullane from Currants Gap. My family's been the town blacksmiths time out of mind, so that's what I learned, and what I thought I'd always do. My little brother Aiden, though, he was different. Don't even know where he got half the books he read, and nobody ever really understood what he was on about. Some folks got more patience for that than others, and some don't have nothing better to do but make trouble. Fenton Antery was one of those. His daddy owned the mine. He figured that meant he owned the rest of us, too. One night, Fenton had been wasting time and his daddy's money in the tavern. Took some kind of personal offense from Aiden just being Aiden. My brother was on the ground when I got there, and, well, it's kind of a blur after that till they dragged me off. I'm told Fenton ain't never been the same since. With what passed for justice in the mountains back then, that was more than enough to get me clapped in irons and shipped off to some other mine. It was 12 years before the New Averant soldiers came and told us the mine bosses weren't going to be a problem anymore. Whatever we were in for, he would be forgiven and we'd be free right then and there if we joined up. Seemed like an easy choice, to be part of the folks aiming to bring peace and justice. And for a while, it made sense. I even heard my brother got to go off to some fancy school to learn magic. I swore my oath to Kokobiel, angel of the moon and stars. Only it turns out she ain't what she's supposed to be, and neither is New Averant. It's all complicated. And my team, right? Well, they're mostly all smarter than me, but even I could tell when there wasn't no choice but to leave. So we did, and here we are. What happens next? Well, that's anybody's guess.
As the story of Arachnaguy once said, who am I? You sure you want to know? The story of my life is not for the faint of heart. If somebody told you it was a happy tale, if somebody said I was just your average guy, not a care in the world, somebody lied. My name is Apollo. Abandoned by my mother at the Silverleaf Institute. As a baby, I grew up never knowing her or my father. I grew up living and learning all that I could from the school. Everyone was great. Well, not everyone. Well, really only a few people were nice. The Institute housed the wealthiest of children, mostly. The ones that could afford prodigious education, at least. Because I was an orphan that the school took in, I was seen as an outcast. And even worse, due to my abnormal tiefling appearance with wings and tail, I was seen as a freak. I spent most of my days with my head down and my nose in a good book. Books are wonderful. They show you amazing worlds and lead you on amazing adventures. Oh, just like my one favorite story, Shriek, where he goes on an adventure with his reluctant friend Mule and Shortbread Guy. Sorry, I get a bit carried away. Things went well until one day a lad in my studies picked a fight with me. It was then that I discovered I had magical aptitude and at the same moment lost control of it. A fireball erupted from me and exploded in an area around me. Due to my tiefling heritage, I was only slightly hurt, but the boy who started it all wasn't so lucky. The boy's family wanted me expelled from the Institute, but Professor Durnick fought to have me stay. The tribunal agreed to allow it, but he was to watch over me and make sure I never used my magic again. He agreed to do so, but in secret trained me to control my powers. It was mildly successful, but I still lose control from time to time. Years passed, and one day I overheard the tale of a woman who was kidnapped and taken to a cave. I felt this was my time to finally become the hero I always read about. Little did I know I would get lost in said cave. But I would meet my found family. We've had so many adventures since, and things have been great. Well, that is until half of them disappeared. Pulled through time, and I was unable to stop the magic, and it broke me. And that's when I came to take the lead. Nice to meet you, finally. I'm Hades, Apollo's other half. See, Apollo is very innocent and has a hard time dealing with extreme stress. During a few majorly stressful moments in his life, I've taken over to get him through those situations. That first came to be during the whole business with the bully and the fireball. At least that was the earliest memory. I lived deep in his consciousness, seeing and hearing all until I'm needed. His friends being split and sent into the future 10 years was just the needed push for me to take the reins again. The only problem is, for the next 10 years, I stayed in control and couldn't talk to him. So for the last 10 years, I've been running around having a grand adventure with Dahlia and Gaiju, who become like siblings to me. Stories we could tell. I could write a book. Anyways, I eventually reconnected with our friends and have been traveling since. Oh, and Apollo has started talking again, taking control for short periods of time. Perhaps he'll take back over soon, and I'll go back to the dark corner of his brain that I usually stay. Which is good, right?
Did anyone order a cleric with a side of sass? If so, I'm Dahlia Ablon. Wow, how do I keep this short and sweet? I grew up in the poor sector of New Averant and took care of Papa after my mother died when I was 6. Papa was not well after she passed, so I bounced around waitressing and spent any of my free time at the Temple of Cocobio since he helped me feel close to my mama. But it was hard making ends meet as a barmaid, so after some encouragement from my best friend Silic, I enlisted as a cleric in the Order of the Fallen Star. Next thing I know, I'm across the realm with a team of strangers that have quickly become my family. Sounds pretty straightforward, right? Ready for things to take a sharp left? Okay, let's see. Turns out Cocobio, the goddess of moon and stars, is not the most virtuous angel that we thought, and well, neither is New Averant. After defecting from the church and the government, I learned that Gladlin, the god of fate, is only a slightly less destructive hot mess. And now we're on god number 3, Halasna, goddess of sun and life, as Horai now travels the world as adventurers for hire. So far, so good there. I would totally hate if something bad were to happen to her. Oh wait, there's more. How could I forget? Turns out my mother descends from a long line of devil royalty, and not just any royalty, the Deimos clan, aka the Lord of the Shadowfell. My lineage gives me this devil form I can transform into, a natural foresight gift, or curse if you ask me, and a boatload full of family drama. I discovered I have a half-brother named Silic. Yeah, that's Silic. My mother at some point has been resurrected from the dead, and oh yeah, Deimos wants to use me as a conduit for his armies to infiltrate and conquer the Averant realm. Almost forgot to mention that part, it kinda haunts my dreams a lot. But it's not all doom and gloom in my world, promise. No, really, I have wonderful friends, hilarious and fun adventures, and I may have just met the love of my life in the midst of it all. Ejodakash is the only person I've ever met to stand right in the face of danger and swing his sword without a second thought. With as much fire and brimstone looming over our heads, I couldn't imagine living in a world without him and our friends by my side, and keeping me sane. So whatever New Averant, the gods, Deimos, or fate seem to have planned for all of us, I know that Horai will be ready to face it together. Because if we go down, we won't go down without the fight. We got this, right? Right?
I never put much stock in families. My own sold me off to the black market to make money off the child with wings. I was nothing but a skinny street kid with broken wings from trying to escape. That is, until the Order of the Fallen Star soldiers rescued me. My heroes in blue. I aspired to be like them and one day meet the big 3, Soma, Geneva, and Aegis. My life turned around and I worked hard night and day to hone my skills and be the best soldier I could. I usually worked on my own until I was paired up with the most peculiar group of people. We were sent on some quests, our base was attacked, and I died. But don't worry, Dahlia brought me back. I think I could actually consider her my first true friend. Gaiju and Dira also quickly wormed their way into my guarded heart as our adventures continued. My world turned a little upside down at that point as we encountered creatures and were hounded by the gods. I'm starting to think my little group is a god magnet, and I'm not quite sure how I feel about that. Anyways, one of these gods, Luna, decided that I would be a good stand-in for her and transferred her powers over to me. I met her sisters, which seem like major bitches, and I keep getting asked if I would choose peace or war, and quite frankly, I'm tired of it. And I would rather continue being the best soldier I can, which turned out to be not that great. My friend may have accidentally transformed into a slightly terrifying demon, which forced us to defect. But one of the big 3, Soma, also defected, and it turns out so did his brother. So maybe my past heroes were not all they cracked up to be. I wish I could say things went well from there, but somehow myself, Dira, and Treya were transported 10 years in the future, while Gaiju, Dahlia, and our new friend Apollo were left behind. For us, no time had passed, but the rest of Horiath was stuck living in the past 10 years searching for us. We finally found each other just as Geneva, another of the big three, found us and was not very friendly. A few murders later...
So good.
Welcome back to the Nighty Playbook. Hopefully you enjoyed that fun new intro for this session alone. Thank you, Dahlia, for making that. A few announcements.
Resident evil genius.
A couple announcements. We do have Echoes tomorrow, but we'll be off next week. We'll still be at 5 Bar in Bullitt, Wisconsin next Thursday. Don't forget that if you want to play, just message us. Otherwise, if you want to go there to watch and get a drink, if you get a drink while you're watching, you do get a raffle ticket to possibly win to go play November 9th over at the castle that we'll be running. That's pretty much it. So, let the drama begin. Last we left off, the team themselves got their way back over to Heartwind with Treya. Treya still a little bit distraught about the events that transpired. The team separated. Some of them decided to go with Silic to his home, while the others decided to take Treya over to Heartwind to deliver her over, or at least announce to Seraphina that you were able to return her safely. Eventually, due to some confusion, Silic believed that Paulo Hades needed a little bit of a lady time, and decided to give a call out to his friend Elandriel and tell her that there's a party going on. She first goes over to the castle, lets Zephinia and Dira know that she's there and that she's going to the party. Zephinia immediately follows in tow. And we start off with 2 people bust at the same time to the house. Curious of the events that will transpire. So, before we get to the straight drama right off the bat, we will start off with Dira, because I have a feeling once again the drama, Dira's going to be kind of left behind a little bit. So we'll start off with
castle.
So Dira, you did leave Treya in the room. What would you like to do next after this weird transpire of Zephinia running off after whatever's going on?
Is there a garden nearby or something?
If you go back outside, there is quite a large garden, yes.
Guard.
Oh, guard. Yeah, they're all over the place.
Yeah, I just want to find somebody and let him know that we've got in this room. She's real upset. She's real traumatized. Please don't bother her. Just kind of make sure she stays safe in there.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll just stay by the door and just make sure she's all good.
I appreciate it. Thank you. And then I guess I am going to head for, I don't know, where do you look for a queen? The throne room?
The council's up that way, if they're expecting you.
She's there? They're all there?
Last time we checked, yeah, they're I believe Lord Norin, Commander Vertril, and Queen Seraphina are in the council chambers at the moment.
Oh, well, all right. Well, that's a little awkward, but they need to know. Thank you. Thank you.
You're quite
and I will
welcome.
head for the council chambers.
Okay. The doors are currently closed. Do you just want to walk in, or you want to knock?
I'm gonna knock.
Check it out. Immediately just see a halfling fully armored, kind of pop through. Can we help you?
I don't mean to interrupt, but I've got news that I think the Queen would want to hear.
Oh, may I ask who's transferring the information?
Dear Mullane from Heartwind.
There's a knight here, Mullane. Oh, let her in. All right. Opens up the door all the way as you're allowed to come in. Really, they kind of close up some books real quick.
Good evening. Good evening. I wanted to let you know we got back with Treya. She's in the room where we were staying before. She's physically all right, but she's real. She's it's a lot. She wanted to be left alone. We got her. Maybe make sure she gets something to eat, and I think she needs to rest. She's scared that he can get to her anywhere, but I've got the guards watching her room. I don't know.
All right. Well, I'll V, you mind?
Just be real careful with her, all right?
V just grabs like her helm and her sword, and she's like, "I'll take care of it." And she starts walking out past you, and starts heading over to the room.
And well, like we said before we went, we got a business waiting for us in the Shadowfell, so I imagine that's what we'll be doing tomorrow. But I want to make sure that you knew that she's here. She's safe as she can be, I guess. She don't seem to think she can be safe anywhere with that Valeris fella after. He was something, but he ran off again, so.
Well, that's great that you brought it back at the least. We'll deal with Valeris in due time. Are you planning to come back after the Shadowfall?
I expect so. I don't know. We're not real good about being specific with plans, but I think so. But and Gladlin got taken care of.
Got taken
whatever was
care of
in him, or
I mean, is he back? Were you able to get him?
He disappeared. There was this figure that come out of him, and it went away, and there weren't nothing there.
With V still in earshot, even though she left the room, you can just hear her just kind of whisper, "Fucking idiot," and then she just starts walking off. As Norrin just kind of sits down, just kind of like falls into his chair, and just kind of.
I don't know. I know he said killing was the only way, and it would just kill the thing that was holding him, but he wasn't there.
You did what you needed to do. He must. He was part of the family. We need some time to not only mourn, but understand why two could return, but not the third one. Thank you for what you've done.
I don't think we did anything that... I don't know. Alright. Anyway. I'm sure you got a lot to do, but I wanted to let you know.
We appreciate it.
Sorry, it was bad news. It wasn't what we expected to happen.
It's not your fault. There's no system to this. There's no specific spell that can be made. We got lucky with two, and apparently we're gonna get all three. Guess it's better that he's at least out of the way. And
what happens with that now, with the fates? You said before they gotta always be somewhere.
She just looks over at Norrin. Norrin just kind of looks up at you. They're gone until somebody else gains the power of the fates. There's no one controlling fate anymore, and fate was transferred directly to Norrin once upon a time, and he transferred it directly over to Vietril and to Rin. It was all a passing of sorts. there's currently no one over that can transfer the power. I'm assuming either the power will just find someone else in due time, or maybe the power just gets extinguished. Nonetheless, we know that you will not be seeing anybody with the power of the Fate anytime soon.
Alright, I don't rightly know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I guess it's been more trouble than it's worth lately, so. Alright, well, we've had a very long day, so I think our team's hoping to have a quiet night. I don't know, something brewing, but not your concern. I'll thank you, and just take care of Treya for us. She's been through a lot.
Don't worry, well, Viragel's already familiar with her, at least somewhat. She'll make sure she's taken care of.
All right. I just kind of awkwardly bow and kind of leave.
They kind of just
like
are in
it's done.
Yeah, they kind of go into a silence of mourning. You head out of the council chamber anywhere you want to go.
I will head back towards Silix. That's where I know everyone is.
Okay, perfect. So, with the amount of time it would take you to get there, we're going to switch over to Silix's house. With a total of Silic, Dahlia, Hades Apollo, Sophinia, and Elandril, and Serena upstairs. It is currently, even though it's just really 5 people in the living area, it seems like there's more like 100. The stress is maybe cut with a knife. Really, Elandril just looks at Sophinia. Ooh. You didn't have to follow me here. I'm all good. I don't need your help. And she just starts walking in.
This is where I sleep. I'm pretty sure you don't.
Okay.
And I'm gonna jump past her.
She just starts walking in, just kind of like whips like part of the dress to the side. Kind of walking in with a sort of elegance. A sort of very specific kind of class that she kind of tries to show off.
Z walks in, no class, arms crossed, and kind of just glares at her as she walks past her.
Like, oh, okay. Group's a little weird. Really just finds what she assumes is Apollo. Where are you right now, Hades?
Probably standing next to Dahlia. I think I was looking up the stairs yelling at Silic as he slinked away.
Okay. She immediately looks around. Ah, Apollo, my love. He starts walking up closer to you.
Not quite, my dear.
No, I mean, yeah, you look a little different the last time I saw you, but trust me, I've seen you. I know who you are.
So Hades, you're having a party?
No,
Hades.
I'm not. Silic,
Hades.
this is all Silic's fault.
Wasn't my fault. I had nothing to do with this.
Oh fuck, it's not. Coward.
You called her here?
I did not. Silic did.
Wait.
Dahlia.
Dahlia's disappeared from your side, and she's sitting over at the kitchen table watching all of this, like, just sipping on her.
Immediately, like, as soon as you turn around, Hades Slick Quicks runs downstairs and goes into the kitchen.
I'm just like, had nothing to do with this, Silic.
What?
Hold up to your shit.
I'm prepping food and drink. Come on, give me a break.
Oh.
Do you need a hand by chance? I'd love to come
Yes,
help
I
you.
do. Get out here.
No,
Yeah, Dahlia, come in here. You're good. Yeah, I could use a hand.
I heard Silic first, and I start running.
Did you both?
Immediately, Elandril immediately assuming that this is exactly what you would think it is, a booty call of some kind. She immediately wraps her arm around your arm. Maybe Apollo was just a name just for me. They're calling you Hades, but
Oh, there's a lot to unwrap here.
Walks up and rips her arm off.
Excuse you?
Excuse you. Hands to yourself.
Who the... No,
Okay.
I'm not going to create any...
Sophia, just... Alondrio, go. Can you go into the kitchen with them for a minute while I talk to Sophia?
I'm not a kitchen hand.
You're not helping them. Just go in there and sit for a second.
Persuasion check. I'm kind of digging this song, actually.
Persuasion. 15?
I'll go sit. But I'm not a very patient woman. As she just immediately just gently caresses the side of your face as she starts moving off.
Yeah, you can go.
It kind of like dusts off the couch a little bit and sits down.
I'm gonna grab Z's hand and be like, "Follow me, please," and try to lead her outside.
I'll follow.
Okay.
They go to the
Once
front
we're-
or the back? Front or back?
Front?
Door, back
Front.
door.
Okay.
For now, front.
Okay. You go to the front. Okay, you're
Okay.
you're outside.
Build brains.
He'll just kind of like stop for a second and be like, "Ugh, no, so Silic misunderstood. I was talking to Dahlia. As you know, we are very close. It's almost like my sister. And I was talking about us. And Silic overheard and misunderstood what we were talking about. And thought for some reason I wanted a booty call. I don't know why, but he took it to that level. And then he, for some reason, took it upon himself with some sending stone he supposedly has to call her and summon her here. And we tried to stop him, and he proceeded to do it anyway. And then Dahlia tried sending messages to her to tell her it's not a thing and she can stay there. And we thought she did until the two of you came busting in.
Or Apollo didn't follow her?
No, Apollo didn't. And I like pull out the like spell that I had that would summon her. And I go, no, it is right here. And in fact, and he rips it in half.
She's gonna just like breathe a sigh of relief. I might have overreacted a bit, but I'm not sorry for it.
I don't feel bad. I'm not upset. I am. There's just a lot happening right now.
So can I still pick her out?
No, because Silic said something about her coming to assist us with the Shadowfell or something. So that's on him. But don't get angry. I feel as though I probably should talk to her and explain what has been going on and why she cannot touch me inappropriately.
Fine. But if she does,
I cannot stop you from slapping someone with a gauntlet. Even if I wanted to.
she's gonna lean in and give him a kiss and then walk inside.
Before you walk inside real quick, Alondrio does go in the kitchen. Silic. Yeah? What's going on? Who's Hades? I don't know. It's
Okay, what are you here for? Like, what do you want out of the situation? I'm just going to speak plainly, sis.
get something that I've been craving for some time. Got it once, need it again.
Is there anything else you could possibly be here for? Silic said something about you would be really handy in the Shadowfell, which is actually where we're going tomorrow.
Well, that's a tomorrow thing.
Right. Would you stick around for that and not the cravings?
I mean, I'll be here tomorrow. Like I said, I'm not a very patient gal. I need something to keep my mind preoccupied.
I look at Silic, and I'm just like, why the fuck? Like my face says
He's not
it
even
all.
like looking at you. He's like chopping up like some carrots and like some cheese and stuff like that. He's just like, yeah, really focused.
Okay, I can't assure you that is here for you, Elantrio, but the Shadowfell is tomorrow.
See, do I want to be a bitch about this or not? As she
Stop
looks
now.
at it, she looks at you. She looks at you. She's like, I've seen that you've encountered love once. Would you deny someone to encounter their love?
I'm not sure this is love, sweetheart. You guys spent one night together. Actually, you didn't even spend the night together. You spent maybe an hour together. And I don't think there was much talking or bonding in that
That part wasn't
process.
my fault. I'm sure he's gotten better since then.
And yet you're craving that? Seems your standards are pretty low.
When you've been around most of New Averant a couple times, you
Right.
find out what you
Barbara's on
really.
the floor.
She's like, look, spent some time. I haven't seen him some time. I didn't know what I wanted until Silk called me. And think of it as a sort of, I guess you can say fate. You know, almost in that exact same moment, I was wondering, what do I have? Think about the future, and then Scylla calls me, and it's almost kind of like perfect.
Right.
So who's Hades? I'm confused. Silk just starts chopping faster.
That is Hades. And I gesture to, like, where they last were.
Oh, that's Apollo. Are they like twins or something? Is that did I find the wrong one?
In a spiritual sense. Not in a physical sense. This is not probably something for me to explain to you, but just go at it with the mindset.
Hold up, are there
that,
two people in one body? She looks kind of enticed when she says that.
So, like, why are you mixing carrots with cheese? That does not go on the same
I'm not mixing
platter.
carrots with cheese. I'm putting cheese on a board and I'm putting carrots over
Are
here.
you cutting those with the same knife? And suddenly I'm
Charcuterie!
very-
Charcuterie!
It's charcuterie! Okay, get
I
over
don't
here.
know! I'm from Avarice.
And
We don't do this here.
Suddenly Dahlia's way too busy helping him with the charcuterie board.
She immediately
Charcuterie foul.
she immediately runs back. As soon as like Sophinia, do you walk first in, or does Hades walk first in?
I probably would have walked first in, because I told him to go ahead and talk to her. And started making my way in.
Oh, so she's supposed to go outside with Hades?
I can come. I was gonna come back in and talk to her.
Okay.
I'm just gonna sit menacingly in another room.
Apollo, Hades,
Yes.
my love.
Oh, I thought that was you talking, not her. And then I was like, well, Joe, oh my god. I'm flattered.
Can we talk in private?
I think that would probably be for the best, and yes, you can call me Hades.
I don't like that. Apollo it is. Let's go upstairs.
Let's stay down here.
You can talk outside like we did.
How about, I'm trying to be as nice here as possible. Could we talk inside and maybe you go somewhere else?
So, like, do you have another room that we could talk in, a study or something?
Food.
I'm just getting out of room.
I cross my arms and walk back outside.
As soon as you walk
Stay.
outside, she's going to cast Arcane Lock on the door.
You see Z turn around and just
immediately she's gonna open up a book, and she's gonna look right at Hades. This is for your own good, my dear. And then she's gonna cast a spell straight from the book. All of a sudden, Hades is gonna split into 2 bodies.
Wow.
As she immediately sees one with glasses. Ah, there we are. Much better.
Oh. What is? What just happened?
But don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm here now. She just starts caressing you in a very seductress way.
Well, this is. What did you just do to us?
I fixed all the problems. I wanted Apollo. She wanted Hades. Problem solved.
This has fixed nothing. Oh, this is very problematic. Is this permanent?
Only if you want it to be.
Oh,
As she just takes your hand and starts moving in certain spots, don't you want it to be permanent?
and he like lightly pushes her hand away. I think we really need to talk, you and I.
In private?
Preferably, but please, if you could just hold off on the touching aspect of things, please.
Oh, of course. Emily Silic just runs in shaking. It's like, I got charcuterie, I got carrots, wine. And he slaps it on the table. Enjoy.
I use Mage Hand and knock it off the table.
Where's the Finea?
You do not know what I just had to do to get that. That was expensive.
You don't know what and you know what you are putting me through right now?
Just
Where
choked
is
on a piece of
Finea?
popcorn.
She's outside. I'm gonna go see if I can get to her, and like he'll go out the back door.
Yeah, he will.
He goes in the back.
All
door.
right.
Anyway, so is the back door locked, or is it just the front door?
Front door.
Okay, so he's gonna cut out the back real quick to try to get around to Zephinia.
And Hades is?
Yes.
Okay. Alright. You're able to make it around from the back door to the front door. Just
Are you scowling at the front door still?
I am turned away from it, angry, scowling into the darkness.
Okay.
This is probably a
See?
good time to
Hi.
remember that I'm coming back from the castle.
Oh, yes! Good
on-
call, thank you.
on the Pegasus.
Okay, so you do see Zephinia just kind of like all grumpy stand outside of a closed door.
What? I land and just kind of walk over to her. What's going on?
She's here too.
What's going on?
Ask Miller.
Oh boy.
And I'm gonna try just reach for the doorknob and try and walk in.
Okay,
And-
door is locked.
Silic, open this door! What's going on?
I didn't lock it! I have nothing to do
Who
with
did?
this!
Well, you can unlock it.
Okay. Nearly comes over. It's like, I unlocked it. It's still kind of stuck.
Oh, ugh. And I cast a spell magic on the door.
Okay. Merely open up the door. It still gets flown back. It's like, got it.
What in tarnation is going on here?
I made some cheese. Hades threw it onto the ground. There's 2 now. I got wine.
What?
Wait, she split you?
Let me coming around the front of the house now.
Yeah.
And did she take Apollo somewhere already? I don't know.
Unless Apollo really fought back, she took him upstairs.
No, he didn't fight.
I
Hades
would have
is-
intercepted.
It would have intercepted. Okay.
I would have intercepted, but I'll let the other thing first.
Okay.
Hades is like running through the front door now.
Yeah. I was gone for like half an hour.
You missed a lot.
Very much so.
Apparently so. And I just sit down and grab some cheese and look back and forth from everyone very confused.
I cut between Apollo and Alondriel, and I'm like, okay, hold on here. And I turn to Apollo, I'm like, nice to see you, Apollo.
Hey, Dahlia.
Do you maybe want to, like, talk to everyone first before we...
No, this is weird and unexpected, but I can talk to her. It's fine. I can do that. That's fine.
Okay, I don't think she's gonna want to talk, and I just want to make sure...
That's too bad. She's gonna have to talk.
You've got this?
Yeah, I've got this.
Okay. I stand back.
Okay.
Thanks, sis. And he'll follow her up if she pulls.
Okay. She pulls you upstairs to her room. So now that you're separated from that dreadful other half.
Be nice, that's still me.
Yeah, but I like this you better.
And I appreciate that. I really do. Maybe sit down for a second. There's a lot to what's going on.
Of course. She sits down, takes off a couple pieces of clothing.
He's kind of lean against the wall and just be like, well, no, that's too cool. He's gonna just grab like a chair and like put it down normal and like sit down like probably 5 feet from her.
That's too cool.
That's too cool for her. Switching mindsets. All right. He's just like, well, so I know we met. Oh my gosh, like 50 years ago now.
Yeah, don't I look great for my age?
Yes, you look like you have not aged a day.
Thank you.
So you have to understand is that within myself, there's two personalities, myself and Hades. We go very far back, and some stuff happened where a bunch of our party disappeared and was sent forward into the future, and my mentality could not take it, and Hades was able to, and he took the place, and he's been in the front for a long time, and I've been in the back, and I've been digging through things and seeing things, and there's a lot there, and you know what we had. I'm sorry. What we had was very nice. Don't get me wrong, and I've thought of you in the past, but at this point in juncture, I'm so preoccupied with other things, very important things. I haven't really thought of this or anything, and not to burst your bubble, but I don't think this is a thing at all, and I don't know what to tell you. I apologize. It's not that I don't think you're very lovely, but I feel like, well, let's put it this way: Hades has found something special with Sophinia. He's very happy, and I don't think I've ever felt those emotions that he's feeling before, and they were friends and very close beforehand, and the best way I could say this is that what we had was a short story, and what they have is a legacy. It's a multi-book story with so many facets and just the perfect ending, and I don't think we would ever have that, and I think, again, you're such a great person that you deserve that.
She looks at you with now anger, as now she casts Arcane Lock on the door to that room.
Counterspell.
She looks back at you again. She walks over stands by the door, as immediately darkness starts to come from her body. You would deny me such a simple request As she starts to grow to a larger being, body starts twisting and contorting as she casts form of dread. As immediately she starts turning into a large demonic creature hanging over you. Fingers dangling out. As she immediately just pushes you onto the bed. To everyone downstairs, Silk's just like, see? Everything's fine. Bed squeaking. All good.
Is there a window?
Yes.
Misty step.
Okay. Counterspell.
Stand by. Okay. I will. All right, no, that's fine. That's fine.
As darkness starts to fill the room, as you start hearing this bellowing voice from this creature. Fine. You don't want this? Then I'll make sure that you don't exist to care for anybody else. You will not go to the body. That Hades can be down there by himself. As the darkness starts wrapping around you, I need to give me a wisdom saving throw. As she's casting maddening darkness.
That's a nat 20. It's 21.
Damn. But that was a nat 20?
Yeah.
Can we kill her now?
We can certainly try.
As she's saying this, and he's kind of pinned, and we're saying, like, if I can't have you, he'll just be like, you must understand, it's just, you obviously need to learn to love yourself before you could find that type of love, and honestly, my being and my life mean nothing, and if you take it, he'll still be fine.
Persuasion check.
17.
She starts reverting back into her regular form, but she kind of looks at you with confusion. When the fuck did you get so sappy? Never mind. I'm out. As she just opens up the door and she just starts walking back downstairs.
He has a lot of problems. Still think she probably uses sex to solve all of them.
As she starts coming downstairs, she just yells out for Silik. All right, Silik. I'll talk to you in the morning. I'm going to go take care of something out and about. Opens up the door, slams it behind her, and starts walking.
This isn't going to fix this. Silik?
What? She left. All problem solved.
No problem solved. You need to go after her and figure out what the fuck she did to me and Apollo, and we need to get back together. Now.
Fine.
Thank you.
I give, and I give. And then he walks out, opens up the door, throws on his coat, and immediately closes it.
Yeah, I'll be right back, and I'm gonna run upstairs to myself.
I hear Hades say this, and I've got Obsidian outside just kind of chilling, and I'm going to have him follow her. I mean, the large winged horse is not exactly going to be subtle, but we're going to try.
Okay. You do see, Obsidian does see her walking on the street at a medium pace, nothing fast, as Silik does eventually catch up to her. You see a short conversation had. He's pointing back at the house. She opens up a book and she does like a one finger to him, like this. He just kind of like shrugs his shoulders. And then she kind of like looks at her wrist, like timing. And then she starts walking off. Back in the house.
I'm going to send a command to him I'm going to send a command to Obsidian to nudge her back.
To nudge her back?
Get in her way and try to nudge her back.
Get out of my way. Sydney keeps moving in the way. What the? No. Hell. And then she's going to just dispel magic on Obsidian.
Oh.
John's fired.
Oh, now she
At
pissed
what level?
Laura off. That's bad.
I'll say, let's see. So she did Maddening Darkness, was her 8th level. She did 9th level already. We will cast Dispel Magic at... We'll just do it at 5th.
All right. That does it.
Okay.
Find Greater Speed is 4th.
Okay, got it. Silk does not come back right away after this. In fact, he doesn't come back for at least half an hour. What would you guys like to do in the house?
I was going to intercept Hades, but seeing as he was rushing up to Apollo, I just let him go.
Okay.
I turn to Dahlia. Do you think they're okay? What? I know she split them. Can they be split? Is he okay?
I guess the talk didn't go well, but I thought this is what they wanted too. So I'm not sure.
Delia, you get your telepathic communication from Silic. I gotta go run an errand. She's not being real lazy about it, so I gotta take care of something. Maybe Sophia can make the best out of this? And then that's running off.
I message him back. The fuck do you mean run an errand?
Well, Alondriel doesn't really just give things off for free. She usually requires something in compensation. So I'm taking care of the compensation.
Okay, hold on. That's fucked up. Because we don't... Tell her to come put them back together. That's what they want.
You want me to go over to Queen Crazy and tell her to put them back together? What the fuck do you think she's gonna do to me?
You invited Queen Crazy here, so that's your problem.
To
But what you're not going to be is
Apollo!
some weird fucking booty call.
What do you want me to do? I'm trying to solve the problem the best way possible, with no bloodshed.
You know? Okay, this is morally conflicting for me because I was gonna bring your dead wife back, and now I feel like that's weird.
Okay, we're hearing the other side of this, right?
No, because this is only a telepathic communication between the Deimos line. Yeah, it's between the Deimos line.
I had to make sure I wasn't saying this out loud.
Eventually, he's like, fine. I'll go find her. As immediately you just hear a change in his voice as you immediately see a shadow of a flying creature over the sky.
Tell her to fix it, and then fuck off. She did it first. No one asked her to do anything.
But we need her help tomorrow. You want to go Shadowfell? We need her help.
I don't need anyone's help tomorrow, but I would like the help. But I'm not going to rely on someone like her.
All right, fine. I see her. Give me a second. Okay. What else would you guys like to do in the house?
I kind of see Dahlia staring intently, and she seems to finish staring intently. Is he gonna catch her? What's going on?
He was going to do a favor, and I told him absolutely not. So I don't know what he's
Seems
going
like
to
he
go talk
already
to
did
her
one.
about.
Calling her here.
Not that kind of favor, like a...
You sure?
Well,
He was acting awful funny.
Silic? Yeah. I don't know. He said he's going to talk to her. I think he got in his head that we need help to fight Deimos tomorrow. But I don't need that
We don't
helping
need her
us
help.
fight.
She
No,
don't
we
seem real
certainly-
reliable, that's for sure.
Yeah, especially if she just wants booty out of it. That's just weird.
I mean, if somebody agreed to it and she could be reliable, that'd be one thing, but don't seem like she can no matter what.
I don't trust her.
Hades, you and Apollo start slowly reconjoining to your bodies.
Oh, okay. I was going to talk to myself for a minute.
Oh, you can real quick if you want to.
Oh, okay. Whenever we're ready. I'm not gonna...
Go for it.
Okay. So I'm gonna Hades will come busting in the room to find Apollo sitting on the bed, cleaning his glasses, and he'll be like, "Are you okay? Did what happened?" She was not very happy. She tried to force herself upon me, and when I said no, she wasn't very pleased about that, and I just explained some things, and I guess we have a really rare opportunity here. I guess something we've never actually been able to do, and he walks up and hugs himself. And he's like, "It's good to finally see you in person, more or less." Oh, it's really nice to see you too. Where have you been? I within us, obviously. Right, but I've been trying to talk to you, and you seem distracted, and you're not really there. I've been really deep in our mind, just finding things, and just yeah. What kind of things are there? I mean, anything weird? No. I did hear you talking to Dahlia the other night, though, about wondering if we were good enough for Sophinia. Oh, I mean, that would make sense that you would hear that. I just want you to know that you definitely are. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. It means a lot from us. But no, there's so much more I need to tell you, but I don't really know how to. And I guess at that point, that's where they start fusing back together.
Okay.
And just let it go.
And back together. Pop!
They've been up there for a bit, Sophia. Do you want to go talk to them?
I think I should. Make my way up. Hades? Apollo?
Yeah, I'm right here. Sorry. Trying to get my voice back. Yeah, I'm here. And he'll kind of open the door. It's just him.
Are you both together again?
It would appear whatever she did has worn off, or she stopped doing it, but yeah, we just kind of recombined here.
Okay.
Fusion. Just put my earring back on. Yeah, I think we're okay. I got stuck to Apollo for a second, so that was different. I mean, in person, not in my head. I was able to hug myself, which was kind of interesting.
Not something somebody can say they've really done, I guess.
I mean, you in theory you could. You just do this, I guess, but that's, I mean, not the same.
Not the same.
No. Yeah.
Were you happy apart, or did you feel missing?
You know what? I honestly don't even know. It was a lot at once, and it didn't really dawn on me.
Is Apollo coming back more now?
I don't think so. We talked for a second, and he was very... The best way I could put it is distracted. He told me that he's been diving through our brain memories up here. and that there was a lot he wanted to tell me, but then he seemed hesitant, and right as we were kind of discussing it, that's when we refused together, I guess. Refused? Combined?
What spell did she even use?
That is beyond my knowledge of what she used.
Do you think Norin would know? I mean, he's a great spellcaster in the castle.
Maybe, but I kind of just get the feeling, without talking to Apollo, that just here that he's. I don't think that's what he wants.
Glad you guys are back together at least. I won't lie and say I was a little happy when you were separated, because it was just you. But I don't want you to feel lost without him.
I think I know that at least a part of me knows that he would do nothing to interfere with my feelings for you. He knows exactly how I feel, and I would presume that's why he didn't just give in to Elandriel's demands. I mean, since I have a minute and things have calmed down slightly, for whatever reason that Silic believed that things needed to happen, I was talking to Dahlia about us. Yes, I think we just moved past this at this point. But know that part of the not feeling as though maybe I deserved you, because it's you. I mean, you're this badass warrior goddess. You're just me.
You're amazing. You've always been there for all of us. You've always been there for me. I don't even deserve you. I've hurt you guys. I've only gotten these powers from pieces of Cocopial. This isn't even my power.
I think that's where you're wrong. It may have been Cocopial's, but it is yours now.
I guess I'll make it mine, but don't ever think you're not worthy. Never.
I mean, from anyone else, I might not believe that, but from you, thank you.
It's gonna pull him into a really tight hug.
And he's just gonna kind of like, after they hug for a second, he'll pull away and just be like, and like not like away, but like lean back and just be like, you know, the thing that me and Dahlia were talking about actually, which please don't take this the wrong way, was that we both agree that our opportunities in this life are very short, and that today we fought a fallen god in the form of a dragon. We fought a guy whose stick killed Dahlia just by touching it, and potentially tomorrow we're fighting a lord of the Shadowfell. And I know, and do not feel pressured by any means, but you said you would like to take things sort of slowly, but I don't know how many days we have. And slow might not be an option, if you're willing.
I'm gonna take his hand and just kind of lead him into whatever room I have. Close the door.
Fade to black.
Okay.
So, dear, do you think any of the charcuterie is still good?
I hope so, as I've been sitting there eating it the whole time.
I mean, does the 5-second rule apply to cheese? I think it definitely applies to cheese. Do you think it applies to carrots?
No. I mean, honestly, I've never said all that much store-bought. It's kind of wipe it off and go. I mean, if it's been sitting there for a day or something, that might be different. But
You could, like, wash it.
and I mean, Silic seems like he keeps his floor pretty clean.
Yeah, he doesn't have cats, so there's not hair on it. Wait, is that a hair? Pick it up and I start analyzing.
I don't know, because I've been picking it up and putting it back on the tray the whole time.
Oh no, I mean, well,
I don't know. I ain't never been that fussy, to be honest. And it's all just kind of, I don't know, it's been a long day and I was hungry.
I imagine I hear a bed creaking or some shit upstairs. Are you thirsty? Do you want some tea or ale or wine or something?
You know, I think ale sounds pretty good at this point. It's been a real long day.
Yeah, let's go into the kitchen. It might be quieter. I mean, better to get drinks.
Let's see what other snacks there are, too.
I'll bring
So-
the dirty charcuterie board with us. I'll give this a wash while we're in there. Who the
That seems
fuck
like a good
puts
idea.
carrots with cheese?
Oh, well, I mean, if you don't eat them together, it's fine.
Need some salami. Hold on, I'm gonna go raid
Oh,
this
that sounds
icebox.
good.
Okay, you're gonna go check it. All right, give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
The icebox?
Mm-hmm.
What's in there? Like dead people? Holy shit! That's a 5.
Okay. Before you can react, dear, you can probably notice right away that something came and switched some stuff around in here. Probably since last time you guys came in, something happened. And the icebox got moved. Dahlia, all of a sudden, the icebox turns into a giant mouth with teeth. The tongue immediately comes around and wraps around your arm.
Oh, hell no! I take out my sword and cut off the tongue.
Okay.
You put a mimic in this house for me to find and fail another dex save.
Oh my
Again.
god.
God, this is episode 1 all over again.
Right?
90 episodes later.
14 to hit.
14's a hit.
Alright. Oh no, why are you not rolling all of a sudden? It's very annoying of you. No, stupid update. It doesn't want to roll. Alright, so that is going to be 13 slashing
Okay.
and 2 radiant.
Okay. Immediately the tongue retracts back in. Immediately looks, freaks out, and just disappears. Immediately the mimic just disappears.
What the? Why is there a mimic in your brother's house?
I have a feeling a bitch put it there.
Those lives are too complicated.
I'm gonna message.
And where'd the
Smoke
icebox
too.
go?
Immediately you start hearing a bunch of steps running downstairs. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? You see you see your niece running downstairs freaking out. What happened?
Where
Where'd
did
it
what go?
Nothing weird happened, right?
You mean besides
No,
it?
nothing weird
Besides the
happened at
icebox
all.
trying to eat your aunt?
Oh! You okay?
Did you put the icebox mimic there?
No. I mean, like, I've never tried magic before, and I was trying it, and I was going through my mom's spells, and sorry, runs back upstairs.
What fucking spells are these? Hold on! And I start following after her.
While she does that, I'm looking for the actual icebox.
It just got moved, like
Where is it?
it just got moved to the other wall.
Clearly you can handle the teenager. I am going to put the kitchen back the way it belongs.
The blood pounding in my ears overtakes the squeaking as I run past the bedroom. I'm following her.
Okay,
All
as
the
you
way
follow her into her bedroom, you see that she's got about 3 different spell books that she's trying to read through, and she's got like several like kind of like dictionaries of like trying to understand like warlock language, kind of like that. She doesn't know magic, so her whole room's just like covered with like books all over the place, like randomly open to different pages.
Hey, what is this? And how did you conjure a mimic? And why would you do that and not tell anyone in the house that is super dangerous as Magic 101? It should be in the very beginning of the book.
Question 1: This is me trying to learn my mom's magic. Question 2. What was question 2 again?
How did you conjure a mimic?
Oh! Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to like conjure familiar, and then I read it wrong, and apparently you're summoning like some kind of force for like a couple seconds, and you told me it was a mimic.
Yeah, it almost ate my arm.
You're fine.
Yeah, because I had passive healing. You're lucky. If you had a cat, it would be dead.
I don't have a cat.
Learning magic. What do you mean you've never learned magic before?
It was forbidden for me to learn magic. My dad never let me learn magic.
But your parents used magic?
Well, my dad does magic, and my mom was a caster. These are her books.
And why were you banned? That makes no sense.
I don't understand, but my dad said that it was to protect me.
Right, from potentially summoning mimics in the kitchen.
I'm sure it's something more outrageous than that, but maybe. Maybe I'm like a mass mimic summoner. Who knows? Maybe that like I would destroy the world with a mass amount of mimics. Oh, dude, what if I created like a mimic army? Oh man, everybody would be fucked.
That, they would be fucked. Can you potentially summon the mimic in Alondrio's purse by chance?
I don't even know how I summoned it downstairs.
Okay, we'll add that one to do later. So, and you don't know why you've never asked them?
Well, my dad always told me that it was something that my mom asked before she passed.
Oh. Okay.
To be honest with you, I feel it's something to do with you.
I've never abused magic.
I never said you did.
But that doesn't make sense. I'm a good spellcaster.
All I can find out is through some of the journals that my mom has. Apparently our family line is cursed, and that magic is the reason how it gets cursed. So I think my dad didn't want me to learn magic, therefore I was not cursed by the bloodline.
So you choose warlock spells to learn? It's like the
I'm just reading my mom's books.
Magic. Yeah, but
otherwise
that's
I've
like
never casted a spell in my
magic.
life. I mean, she was a witch, so.
Well, as a cleric, I am obligated to tell you about my god, but she's a little.
You're a
busy
cleric?
right now. Yes. Which is why it's so interesting that they won't teach you magic, because it has nothing to do with my career. Which has not always been fruitful, so that is valid, but this is warlock spells, so that's different.
That's big talk from a cleric that basically tried to like murder everybody on an island.
If you want me to get real fucked up, I'd say I succeeded, but we're not talking about that right now. Do you want to hash this out right now?
I never invited you up here.
Yeah, you sicked a mimic on me in the kitchen. I
And
feel
you're
like it's warranted that I
fine.
come up.
You're all good.
And if I was a cat, I wouldn't have been.
What is with you and cats?
I know a lot of people with cats.
Not here.
Do you want someone to teach you how to use spells?
Probably somebody who can. Probably
Want to
somebody
push
more
me out the
reliable.
door and be angry. I am a very reliable source of magic. I cast dancing lights in the room just to make a shitty point.
Am I supposed to be impressed?
I mean, do you want me to maim you? Or do you want me to do something funner?
But what are you trying to accomplish here? Are you trying to like teach me? Like, are you trying to say you want to teach me magic?
I can teach you magic.
But I actually
You're gonna
don't
use it
want to
against
learn
me.
magic. I just want to go through my mom's spells so I can bring her back.
All right. Well, lesson 1 in magic. Resurrection spells and necromancy take a lot of time and practice to master. Which is why I can't do it until now. So if that's what you want to do and do it correctly, that's something that would take you years to master. So spells like this, and I gesture to the dancing lights, need to come first.
I don't have time. I don't have years. Maybe months at most.
Can I sit down?
You're already in here. Go ahead.
I prod the couch with my foot to make sure it's not a mimic.
What the fuck are you doing?
Just testing.
I mean, let's be honest. If you were kicking it, then your legs would be out. I mean, what would happen then?
I would rather lose a leg than my hands or my head. Those are easier to regenerate. And then I sit down on the couch. All right. Well, I know that you have a lot of feelings, that they're understandable. I'm not trying to change, but I am trying to change some of the actions I have done in the past. You don't need to learn a resurrection spell. I already know one. This is the part where you acknowledge if you're into this or not.
This is the part where I wonder why you haven't done it already.
Because there's always a catch with magic, and sometimes they require components to cast and effectively work. In this case, I need a diamond, which I may or may not have, but I also need a body, which I do not have.
Well,
Yeah.
I got that.
You have what?
Yeah, I got a body. I already know about this stuff. I got that.
Can you please give more detail? What the fuck?
I was told it was supposed to be like a fresh body. That's what it says in the book, right?
Can you show me what spell you're breathing from?
She goes over to like one of the books where it does show like necromancy, but it's kind of like the ink kind of like got a little damp at certain spots. So she's reading it like it just shows like fresh body, but it's like miswritten.
Where's the body?
There's a place I know down the hill.
Did you dig up someone's body?
No, of course not.
Did you kill someone?
Yes. That is one of the trades that I picked up a long time ago. I'm not opposed to killing somebody for a cause.
And I'm the psychopath.
I'm not denying that I'm not a psychopath, but I have morals.
Yeah, killing an innocent person. Definitely.
I never said they were innocent. I made sure I found someone that was the douchiest person in the whole town. They're up to no good. They were doing the most despicable things. Trust me, I did the math.
Couldn't have been Alondriel.
Who's Alondriel?
You just better to ask that question than to know the answer. Okay, so you have a shitty person and you killed them. I'm not above that. And where's this body? Down the hill?
Down about 10 minutes walk.
Okay. So, fun fact, for the spell that I'm capable of doing, it needs to be that dead person. And I don't think that you have... I hope.
Oh, I thought it was supposed to be like a transfer thing. Like you take one from like one life and you give it to another, kind of like that. Like he's not fully dead. Like he's unconscious.
You know, if that is a different spell from a different career, I do not know it. And I would not recommend you try that for a lot of reasons. A lot of reasons.
So I just tortured a man for nothing?
Well, if he's a piece of shit, I don't think that's for nothing.
Fuck. Got more things to do tonight. All right. So then what else do we need?
Well, you said he's unconscious.
Yeah. But the position I put him in kind of, I guess, he'll take care of itself.
Yeah. It's fine. If he's a piece of shit, doesn't matter. No, okay. Do you want your mother back?
Yes.
Would you trust me to bring her back? Okay, we're starting off a little too strong. Would you like me to bring her back?
I would like you to bring her back. Yes.
But you don't trust me to do that?
I don't trust that you can do it. I don't know enough about you to trust you no matter what. All I know is the information that you know I know, and the information that my father's told me.
Dare I ask what he's told you?
Don't worry, he didn't paint you in a bad light. If anything, it pissed me off more than anything else. He never put you in a bad light. He always put you in the highest regards.
You know, sometimes I agree with you. It's not worthy of that. Did I ever tell you that you remind me a bit of myself when I was your age?
She looks up and down at you. Uh-huh.
I met you like twice. Does that scare you?
Not much does. Not anymore. It's just us closing up books. Look, even if you can do what you say you can do, I only have a month. 2 months at most. You're going to the Shadowfell, taking my dad with you. You haven't guaranteed to anybody that you guys are coming back. And my mother's all the way back over at Avarice.
Look, Serena, we have a... We're coming back. We have other things to take care of. My goal is to go to the Shadowfell and have that handled for when I come back. I would invite you along. I feel like it's a birthright thing, but I haven't asked Silic about that, so I don't know exactly what his feelings about it are, and I don't know your capabilities because I haven't seen you but like 2 or 3 times, so I don't want to put you in a situation where we lose another one of us.
Fine. But do me a favor, if you can. After you come back from the Shadowfell, whatever next big thing that you have to do, I know it's important. I know that everybody's talking about it. I know whatever's going to happen later on is huge. Do not take my father with you.
Why?
Just don't.
He could be helpful in the fight.
He would be
He is
helpful in the
just as
fight.
mistaken as the rest of us. Is there any reason that I can't?
Damn it. As she immediately grabs a hold of your hand, and you immediately go into a vision. We're going to take a break.
You shit! You got the double G's, bitch.
Back.
I love it. I'll never get tired of it.
Nope.
I've watched it 500 times.
Every
Demented.
from now on.
I watched it so much on Saturday. All right. So, Serena grabs your hand as you're immediately pulled into a vision, much of the kind you have not seen in some time. It seems like this is the same vision that she keeps recurring over and over again. Like she only sees one, it's this one over and over again. As it is clear, it is precise. You're immediately into what looks like a desert wasteland. There is probably about 30 people in the group, and you can see yourself. You're kind of like looking overhead. You can see the whole team. You can see other of the destined warriors there. Including like Seraphina and Alara Valera and stuff like that, and everybody's incredibly injured. In the far distance, you see you can't determine who the soldiers are, but there's like millions of soldiers coming in to attack all of you. Immediately, you notice that the two that are wearing the arbiter armor, so Silic and Murph, immediately stand up. You don't hear what they say, but as time goes by, you notice that they're willing to sacrifice themselves to slow down the warriors so you can escape. As Serena mentions to you, if he's not there, he can't sacrifice himself. Don't make him have that choice.
Has anyone explained these visions to you before?
No, because he doesn't get visions too much. He's only had a couple.
Great. Okay. And I pull my hands back and I just set them in my lap. It's a part of our demon heritage, but it's a feminine trait that only me and my mother and now you have, and it's a foresight gift. But I will say from experience, it's not always... It's fate, right? That's how it feels, that's how it is, and sometimes it is, sometimes it happens, but trust me, I went through the circle with this, with Gladlin. And I can tell you after today, there's no one controlling fate, which means maybe we can change it. These visions might not mean anything. They just give you an idea.
But are you really willing to believe that, even come the time when that happens? Are you willing to risk his life on believing that that will not come to pass?
Serena, I'm willing to believe that I have the power to bring anyone back from the dead right now. And if the time comes, I could do that. Just like how I plan to do with your mother.
I believe that you can revive my mom. But no matter how much credit I would give you, you're not a god. You can't just bring people back one after another. Even I know, who's not a mage, knows that it will eventually take a toll on you.
When eventually I'm the one dealing the cards, I get to decide who that takes the toll on. And I fully will decide when the time comes. If the time comes. I've had visions like this plague me for years, and the outcome was different. Not all the time, but some of the time it was. They're a guideline, a tool. They give you foresight into a moment, a time, and you can alter that how you see fit. But it's not always law. You and I can change that. There was a time where these visions, the ones like what you have, controlled my life and made me make choices that I wouldn't have normally made and be scared. When that's not what ended up happening. And I spent a lot of time worrying over nothing. So don't let it define you. And if this vision is happening, are you not there?
You did not see her.
Never mind. Retract that last question. I will talk to him and see. But my hope by then is no matter who dies, I have their cards in my hand, and I can maybe make some adjustments if necessary.
She just walks up closer to you. Really stand up looking at you directly in the eyes. Fine, I leave it in your hands. I'll trust you with her life. I'll trust you with his life. And if you can really do what you say, and if you're really going to do what you said, then I forgive you.
I think that was a fair trade. But I've never hated you for hating me, for the record. If I were you, I would hate me too. So, do you want me to teach you some basics for magic?
No. She like wipes off her eyes. You know, and she starts closing up books and stuff like that. I trust you to take care of it. She immediately starts like changing her clothes as she puts on like a battle garb and some swords. I can't be like this. I need to go take care of something.
Only kill him if he's a real piece of shit.
Oh, he is. As she opens up the window, and she immediately starts running out from like rooftop to rooftop.
That's my niece.
As the sound starts to quiet down, you remember that there's squeaking next door.
Fuck, they're still going at it. Holy shit.
Back to my friend's gonna return, Dira.
I got the kitchen straightened up and found the salami and made a couple of plates, and I'm just kind of... I'm gonna go to the stairs. Y'all okay up there?
I'll run back downstairs if she doesn't get an answer.
Okay.
So the icebox is no worries because Serena did it. And then she went off to go kill someone. So
Wait, what?
it's a long story. He deserved it. So do you have food?
We have food. What's Serena doing just killing random folks?
She's an assassin. She knows her job. It's a long story. It's about resurrection, but you know, some people are real pieces of shit in this world. Speaking of pieces of shit, have we is Scylla come back?
Not yet.
No.
Also, excuse
No?
you?
Not Scylla. I was about to say that too. Not Scylla, the other piece of shit. And so, I cast a message to Scylla, and I'm like, "Are you alive? Are you okay?"
Remember,
Blink
you don't
twice,
have to. You don't
need
have to.
help.
Remember, you don't have to cast a message to Silic. Remember, you two have telepathic bond.
Which is good because you don't have any
That's
spell
what I meant.
slots.
That's what I meant. Yeah, it's not sending. It's sending, but I'm like telepathic message.
Okay, and then would you message him?
Are you okay? Are you alive? Blink twice if you need help.
Yes, and it goes quiet for a second.
Did you blink twice?
Yes.
You need help.
Oh, no. Wait, what?
Blink twice if you need help, Silic.
Oh, no, I'm good.
What's happening?
I'm almost done. Taking care
With
of a couple
what?
things. Yeah, it's probably best you don't know.
Is it murder?
Did you kill her?
Did I kill who?
Alondriel?
No.
Did you sleep with her?
No.
Did you talk to her?
Yes.
And she didn't try to attack you?
Oh, she did. But that part's over.
Okay, so what's coming of that?
I'm taking care of it right now.
Describe in detail.
Did it not get fixed? Are they still separated?
No, I don't know, actually. Oh my god, I should probably check. I don't want to check right now.
Well, check on what? What's going on?
Hey, didn't you see? Were you there?
All right. Hey, he's
you
got
got-
messages.
oh, you
like,
were in the other room. Oh my god.
Dahlia, I'm doing my half. I need you to do the other half. I need to know if it's been fixed. You need to go up there and you need to go check up on them.
I don't want to do the other half. Someone else is doing them.
What are you
You look
talking
real upset, Dahlia. What's going
What
on?
are you talking about? Someone go. I need someone to go. I can't make it back there in time. I need someone to go check to make sure that she did her part. Otherwise, what I'm doing is all for nothing.
I will check in as soon as I'm physically capable and emotionally ready. But
What are you
I need to
talking
make
about? What
sure-
is going on?
I look at
You're
your
like,
face, freaking out, and like push a mug of ale toward you.
I'm drinking the mug as I'm telepathically communicating back at this point. Full mug. Taking the whole thing. So, like, I just need to make sure that you're in a safe space and that you're coming back.
I'm not in a safe base, but I'll be coming back pretty soon.
What do you mean you're not in a safe space? What the fuck does that mean? I need details.
I'm trying to get her what she wanted so she could turn them back. I'm not going to keep doing what I'm doing if she didn't do it yet. I need you to find out if he actually, went back to normal. Can you do that for me? Can you do that for your brother?
What's he saying?
He wants me to check and make sure that Hades and Apollo.
Make sure it's not. Make sure it's not a. Was it a?
Make sure they're
not
make
a tower.
sure they're back together. But they're a little preoccupied with her right now, and I don't want to.
They were before they went back upstairs.
But they were doing.
I was in the room. I saw them. I was in the room. I don't know where you were when that happened, but I was. Happened. So, well, yeah.
I thought there was a private conversation where they morphed back together, and then Zephinia went and checked on them.
Weren't they in the room? Oh.
No, we were upstairs, so.
Yeah.
Okay, then I guess I didn't see that. Oh. Well, why don't you go ask them?
They're a little busy right now.
Well, it's kind of important. I just start marching up the stairs.
Here, no, hold on, wait. They're consummating their relationship. Stop.
Y'all alright?
No!
How many people are in there?
I start dragging Dira away. I'm like, it's fine, go back to it, we're cool.
It's just the two of us, we're fine!
There's your answer. That one's so hard.
Now, you heard that, fortunately you heard that from Hades. Is he just implying that Hades is in there with himself and it's getting a little
I asked
weird?
how many people were in the room.
No, I can read the room. I know that 3 people came in, and if there's 2 of them doing great, then,
Apollo got murdered. We can solve the problem now.
I can put 2 and 1 together.
I mean, if Apollo was still there, technically so could
Yeah, no, I get the answer, and I go back downstairs and just start eating my snacks and drinking my ale. See? That one's so hard.
Dira.
I didn't rush in on them.
So Silic telepathically messages again. So?
They're, I would assume, together.
Wait, you're not for... Damn it, Dahlia. All I'm asking you is just go up there, physically walk in the room, and ask them. I need to know this. You know how much work I'm doing to make sure...
Silic, they're fucking! They're fucking!
What, Hades and Apollo? That's fucking weird.
No! Hades and Zephinia. And when we went, and by I mean Dira, when it knocked on the door, they said, we two are fine. Which means that there was 3, now there's 2, and there's 2 people fucking. So I'm not going to go up there. I'm not going to ask any more questions. I assume that it's fine. Are you in a safe space? Is Elandriel being weird? And is the problem solved?
It takes like a second, and then he responds, I just need you to make sure that like Apollo's just not like sitting on the side and like watching the whole thing. Like I need to make sure that there's one person.
Silic, I only have so much sanity left. Please don't make me lose the rest of it. They're fine. They're fine. It's fine. And whatever is not fine, we can fix it. We don't need Elan 304. So whatever weird shit she has you doing, tell her that you don't have to do it anymore.
Well, I'm doing it because she fixed the problem.
Silic, what are you doing?
Nothing. I'm almost done.
That's not nothing. Tell me what the fuck you're doing. Are you fucking?
No. What? No. I wouldn't be talking to you if I was having sex. That's weird.
I sure hope you wouldn't be, but I'm just trying to be sure.
Who would I be having sex with? Do you think I just randomly just go around Heartwind and just start just banging random chicks?
I don't know what you're up to. I haven't seen you in like 26 years.
Fair. I don't do that.
Okay, are you killing people?
I mean, I cut someone, but I didn't kill him.
Is what you're doing legal and approved by Seraphina?
I'll have to get back to you on that one.
He has to go ask Seraphine.
All right, there's been a lot of things going on tonight, and to be honest, even if she doesn't approve, I don't care. So it's fine. Just come back in one piece. Eventually, soon, within the next 3 hours, okay?
Wait, I can't make that promise.
What do you mean?
You need me there? Why is there a time crunch? What's going on?
Because I'm trying to make sure you're in one piece.
I'll be fine.
And I'm trying to go to sleep, so I'm trying to make sure that if I need to come rescue you, and Deer needs to come rescue you, that we have, like, you know, time to do that.
The shit? Huh. Alright. Okay.
Okay. What is... You sound conflicted.
Sorry, so I got distracted by something.
What is something?
I swear to God, I just saw Serena running around on the rooftops, but I know she's still at the house.
Yeah, she's definitely at the house. She's reading a book. I just checked in on her too to be safe.
Yeah, can you make
sure Apollo wasn't in there?
Can you make sure she's not randomly conjuring other mimics again? She's done that a couple times. It's been a little annoying.
Thankfully, no mimic attacks have occurred since you've left this vicinity.
Okay, fantastic. All right, I'll be back shortly.
Okay.
In which Silic does not catch her worst lie ever.
Yeah. It was pretty rough. I look at Deer and I'm like, well, he is not... He's okay, I think.
All right.
And he's coming back soon.
Good time to remind you he's a grown man. I mean, he does some weird shit sometimes, but he can take care of himself.
I should probably talk to him tomorrow and tell him that we probably don't want the Laundriel to come for a multitude of reasons.
I feel like that kind of got yelled rather loudly before they left, so...
But you know how they are. Like, sometimes you have to, like, directly say it in a calm tone, in a direct manner.
I guess.
Start hearing the door open.
Which door?
Front door.
Who's that?
Immediately door opens and you see a very bloodied Silic. He's like carrying some kind of like necklace. All right, I'm back. What's the rush?
There's a rush?
Why are you covered in blood?
It's not mine.
Why are you covered in blood?
Don't worry about it. I'm gonna go take a shower.
We're the last two people that are going to be weird about why you're covered in blood. Just tell us why you're covered in blood.
Well, don't be worried about that. And he puts the necklace like on the table. It's like, by the way, don't touch the necklace. I'm gonna go wash up. He decides going upstairs.
Look at Deer and I'm like,
lean around the necklace, look at it from a couple of angles, and I get a big bowl and turn it over and put it down on top of the necklace.
Right as you put it down, I like reach my hand and I'm like, Dira, I've been through enough today. Let me touch the necklace.
Don't touch the damn necklace because you've been through enough today.
Okay, I can't turn the double form. But if I could, would you let me touch the necklace?
Why?
I want to see what it does.
Squeaking starts intensifying and then starts to slow down.
I'm not gonna fight you for it, but it seems like a real bad idea.
Do you ever vivify on hand?
It'd be the stick all over again.
I don't think I do. Let me see. Yeah, I do not want you to die. I do not have Revivify prepared.
Okay, hear me out. And she starts taking off the cloak. You put back on the cloak, you wait an hour, and then we'll touch the necklace in an hour.
I am not going to.
How long do you think it's going to take them to wash up?
I don't know.
Dahlia, you ain't making no kind of sense.
I want to touch the necklace. I want to see what it's about. Actually, do I have detect magic?
I have detect magic. I think I do.
I also have detect magic.
Oh no, I don't because it was on something that I unattuned from.
I cast detect magic.
Yeah, it was on my old sword. So
Okay,
no.
it's magical.
What property?
Pretty sure detect magic just tells
It
you if
tells
it's
you,
magical.
If you can learn the school of magic.
Conjuration.
It's not
Why are
necromancy. Can I touch it?
Are you so... Silic asked you not to touch it.
He also said that he was doing nothing and then walked into this house covered in blood. Are you not a little bit suspicious?
I'm a lot suspicious, but I don't understand why you two immediately whatever the other one asks you not to.
I'm just trying to make sure that he didn't bring a mimic into the house.
No, you're not.
It's probably most likely, definitely, maybe
your lies
not
are
a
getting
mimic.
You must be real tired because your lies are getting worse. Here,
Okay.
drink up, get some rest. It has been a very long day. You are making less sense by the minute.
Fine.
You're very curious.
But if you don't figure out what if you don't figure out what
If
that
you-
necklace does by tomorrow, I'm touching it.
You could ask him.
Okay, fine. And she'll chug the ale. Does she or whatever? What did you put down for her? Was it ale?
If
Or is
there's
it
more
tea?
ale, it'll be more ale.
Okay.
Delia chugs the ale. She's like, "It's a long day. I will go to sleep."
That seems like a real good idea. I will clean this up.
That's a lot of ale that you chugged in one session, so I need you to give me a constitution save with her.
I was waiting for it.
I've also had 3, and that's 13.
I'm out of lucky points. That's a 6.
Okay. Dira, you got a nice buzz going on, maybe a little tipsy. Dahlia, you are fucked
Perfect
up.
for cleaning up. All right. Let's get you. Where are you sleeping?
Not in Zephynia and Hades' room, that's for sure.
That's yeah. That seems like a safe bet. Let's find a room to put you in, and we will put you there. Come on.
Squeaking increases. Fast pace. And slows down a little bit.
Maybe not underneath them either, and not right next to them, because it seems to be bothering you a whole lot. So
It's just weird. There's a lot going on. Yeah.
ain't you been cheering for that for like years?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
am. It's just like so much.
Hades, I need a
happening.
constitution check from you.
That is a solid 24.
Oh, well, good for you. You're still at it.
And I will help lead Sloppy Dahlia to whatever. I don't think we pick rooms beforehand, so we will just find one that is a room that
Okay.
she can sleep in.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay, you found a
Get
room.
yourself some sleep. I'm gonna go clean the kitchen, and I'm gonna do the same.
I will crash as soon as she puts me in that room.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna go put dishes away.
On your
Make
way
sure there
out,
aren't
Tira,
any
you do see
looking-
you do see Scylla come out as he's dressed and he's all clean.
Okay. Put a bowl on your don't touch thing. You know, you say that. The first thing she's going to want to do is touch it. I hope that ain't what you meant for her to do, because she didn't.
I was trying to see what you was going to do. But yeah, no, I didn't really want to touch it. As he grabs it
Okay.
back up and he puts it in his pocket.
Y'all are way too contrary. Anyway, I'm going to put these dishes here and this over here. And thank you very much for having us. You get some sleep too, because Shadowfell. And I am going to bed. Where am I going to bed? Up there. All right.
I'm going to get some rest too. I'll see you in the morning.
Yeah.
He heads up into his room.
And I'm going to find a not occupied room and occupy it. And go spa.
Okay. I need one more constitution check from Hades.
You know, this takes 2 to tank, I'm just saying. 23.
Okay. Hades pushes out pretty good. There's a possibility the guys might not get any sleep.
I mean, we would stop eventually.
Would you? I mean, this has kind of been built up for a little while. If you keep it going, you're going to keep it.
I'm not a monster, and I know we're all real tired.
No, it's been a long day, and we've got more long days coming.
And to be fair, I burned through literally almost all my spell slots. I would rest. It's not like I put the coat on.
You took the coat off?
I
took the coat off?
I tried to keep it on.
It's smelling ripe in there.
I clean it.
And the coat came off.
But the boots stay on.
He's got a weird tan line.
He's got a pair of socks.
Everything comes off, but the glasses go on.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's a different game entirely.
All right, so everybody can hit the long rest button.
All right, and I need to
Oh, sweet Jesus.
I got some spell rearranging I want to do. Excuse me.
You all wake up to a smell coming from downstairs of what looks like greasy food and most likely eggs and bread.
Oh, that smells good.
Delicious.
Do you all wake up and get up to go down to food?
Yep.
You see that Silik and Serena must have been up a little bit earlier prepping out some food, as there is a large platter worth of bacon, probably about 30 pieces on there. There is a huge bowl of eggs already scrambled that are meant to just be passed around. And it's probably not homemade bread, but most likely picked up from some shop around here. And it's already pre-sliced in kind of like thick Texas toast size pieces. Just started seeing you. Good morning. Have a seat. Grab some food before we start getting to business.
Appreciate it.
Smells delicious. She starts piling her plate up.
I'm going for the tea immediately, if there is some. Otherwise, I'll make a batch.
You'd have to make a batch. You didn't make any tea.
I'll make a batch.
Okay. So how was everybody's rest last night? Everybody have a good, restful evening. Hopefully everybody enjoyed their
They're
rooms.
very nice.
Still
Thank you.
glare at him.
It was a lovely evening.
Oh, fantastic.
I'll just squeeze you on the shoulder to avert the gaze.
Roll my eyes and start eating my food again.
Speaking of lovely evening, Silik, are you going to share any details about yours?
I said food before business. Eat.
You started the conversation?
I was just seeing how everybody's night was. That's not business.
Yeah, I was dishing
That's just
it back
breaking the
to
ice. Well, you're just ruining it. Sorry. We were having a nice morning. She decided to put business in here. I apologize.
I mean, we usually talk about important stuff over food, so
We do.
not
I
really.
like to enjoy my food,
Out of the
but that's
norm.
just me. Fine, very well. No. Apollo Hades is fixed. I made a deal with Landriel, did a couple deeds around town, was able to I was assuming that nobody actually wanted to come, so I was able to do some stuff for her so I can at least get what I needed from her, which is the reason I wanted her to be brought around. And he pulls down a necklace and he lays it on the table. This is what I really needed her for. Whoever wears this necklace can basically see the different parts of different realms. If you seriously want to go there and take care of our grandfather, we got to take care of his soldiers first. But we never know where his soldiers are. If we have this necklace on us, whoever wears it can at least tell where they are at all times. Even if they're hidden by magic.
I look at Deer and I'm like, I told you I should have touched it.
Yeah, touching it last night would have definitely solved everything.
I would have known sooner.
Now, outside of that, I've been able to get everything set up so I can transport us over to the Shadowfell, no problem. There's a couple catches. One, there's only 2 safe spots so I can find us in the Shadowfell that we can make sure we don't get attacked as soon as we come in. One is in the opposite side of the actual land itself, which is not operable because it takes too long to get there. Another side's pretty close to the castle. We'd still be in a safe area, but we'd have to make sure we'd run as soon as we transported there first. We wouldn't be in the castle, but we'd be close.
And we're sure he's going to be in the castle.
Well, I have no idea where he's going to be. We are going in pretty much blind here. Ever since you trapped them in the Shadowfell, I have not seen him. I don't know his movements. Honestly, I haven't taken the time to really research them. We're going in there with very little amount of information.
He would probably be at the castle. I mean, that's his stronghold. That's where he sleeps. That's.
I mean, I assume he'd be in the castle, but I would assume that we're not dealing with the same Zeros Deimos that we dealt with before. As soon as he sees us, he's probably going to be pissed. He's probably getting angry. He's probably not going to hold back. So the battle that you guys had with him once upon a time won't probably happen again.
Well, he should be weakened now. I stabbed him.
You stabbed him quite some time ago.
5 years.
Time heals all wounds.
No, it's been the last year. Wouldn't it be through time-wise?
That would be a year.
It was year 55.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Time heals all wounds.
It's only been a year.
Yes, and we heal very fast. And are only half of his race.
So, I say we go to the castle. If he's there, great, kill him there. And if he's not, usurp his throne. It'll lure him back to us anyway.
That leads up to the next question. As he looks directly at you, Dahlia, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to take his spot?
I'm gonna say Dahlia's gonna look across the table and see what general insight reading she can get on everyone.
Okay, roll an insight check. Everybody, if you want to hide what your expression is, deception check. If you want to keep it open, persuasion check. What'd you get, Dahlia?
I used a lucky point and got a natural 20.
Okay, did anybody get a natural 20 at all?
No.
Okay, so you can read the room. What is everybody's viewpoint on this for Dahlia, even though she's not confirming or denying it? What is the viewpoint that everybody has about this piece of information that has been brought up?
Not the worst thing ever. I mean, Deimos needs to go. You would be a better fit than he would. I trust your judgment.
Occurred to me before, it makes me worried. So I'm just looking to see, with some trepidation, what your answer is.
Not happy, but willing to go the distance if that's what you want. Because he trusts you.
Silic immediately mentions, there's rules to this, right? One can't just take his throne when he's not sitting in it. Even if you kill him, which that's our goal, sitting on the throne, there's more to it than that. You can't just take someone's throne and get their rights, get their responsibilities, and get their power. He'll be tested.
Why not?
He's been the king of the Shadowfell for over 5,000 years.
And if I kill him and take his throne, do I not deserve it?
It doesn't matter if you deserve it or not. It's up to what the power of the Shadowfell decides. He's been the only king. They've seen no other king. It's not like this realm. It's not kings and queens dying and their children or someone else replaces them and the rules change every generation or two. They've only had one rule for 5,000 years, and it's been Zeros Deimos is king. If there's a queen, sure, but he is always king. It's never changed. I'm not saying you can't do it, but know that there's going to be twists. It's already going to be hard enough for us to kill him, and I'm confident we can, but know that sitting on the chair is not going to be as simple as taking the throne, usurping somebody here.
Okay.
There's got to be somebody who'd be figuring their next in line instead, right?
Well, to be honest, I don't think so. I mean, he's been the only one, and he's confident, so much so that he's cocky. I would almost put my wealth of whatever I have on the fact that he's probably never thought that he needed to consider a will. That chair is set to him and him alone. You can probably take the power, but what I'm trying to tell you is don't think that sitting in a chair and killing him is going to be a two-step process. There's probably going to be something else. Take into account that, no offense, and it's both the Feywild and the Shadowfell has been ruled by twin brothers that are full-bloods. We're halflings. We're half-breeds. We might not work.
We can kill him and take his power, then what message does that send? That we're capable. If no one's done it in 5,000 years. So we do it. And I feel like that's proof enough to rule if need be. If he didn't make a will or a plan for next in line, that's an open invitation, if you ask me. That's for us to decide. And I plan on deciding it.
So look at me, it just kind of like leans back and just... If this is seriously what you want to do, just know that there is nothing more cursed in the 9 realms than that throne. Whether you want it or not, there will be repercussions for taking his power. I hope you're ready for that. But if you want to do it, and that's truly what you're aiming for, then God's be damned, I'm behind you.
So like I've suffered enough in this lifetime. What's another curse? My whole life is a curse. Added to the bill.
This will make it better?
A curse doesn't not fix another curse, sister.
It'll be a curse I can do something about. So put me interested. If he's not going to rule correctly, then I will.
Right.
And if we want to fight Kokobiel, maybe that's the kind of power we need on our side. Not against us. And I can change that. And I will change that.
Taking on gods, demons, angels. What's one more?
I look across the group. Go ahead.
You really want to be stuck there?
Well, perhaps when all this is done, and if that's the case, we will find a way or a loophole that you won't be.
So just
That's already some sort of loophole. Once it's all said and done.
Taking on something that's a responsibility to take on for your whole life.
Silk slides a necklace over to Dahlia. If this is what you want, then take the necklace. But I implore you, don't just run in there sword and spell. I got this for us so we can weaken him as much as possible. We can take out the 3 lords that are attached to the magic of this necklace. It'll weaken him further. We go in, rushing in. He's got extra defenses on that we could have actually removed otherwise. So we take this calmly and correctly.
I'll look to anyone to see if they object to the whole thing, not just the necklace.
It's your choice.
I take the necklace.
All
We will
right.
do this calmly. And we will do this correctly. And we will do this for hopefully the last time. But we need him out of the picture if we're going to go up against someone like a Copial. I think that's much we all agree on. I'm prepared for this burden. Or blessing. Depends on how you see it. So if we're all in agreement, we'll do it.
Fuck it. Alright, I'm gonna go get my armor on. I advise you all to get ready as he starts going upstairs to go get his armor.
Finish
put it
my
on.
tea and do the same. Go outside and resummon obsidian.
Go upstairs to the room with where me and Z were and start getting ready.
Same.
Y'all leave at the same time.
Probably around the same time.
Rats. Okay.
I will say.
Go
Go ahead, sorry.
That's fine.
I was gonna say, as we're up there, like, kind of getting dressed and ready with our armor and stuff, I'm just gonna look over to Z and kind of smile, take like a mental picture, and just kind of, I don't know what's gonna happen, but know that after last night, I feel as though the first time in forever I could have a future.
I don't know what the future's gonna bring, but glad you're in it. I wouldn't want it any other way.
Good, because I love you, Z.
I love you too, Hades.
Night. Finish getting dressed.
As we kill Dahlia.
Oh no,
We just hear her fall over downstairs.
Stop eavesdropping! I hear what you said.
I said I tripped.
Tripped on your feelings. Alright.
I did. Glad someone can be happy.
As y'all start getting ready, Silk specifically looks for Dahlia to talk to her in private.
She's still in the kitchen. She came down ready in her whole
Okay.
outfit. And she just puts on the necklace, sits down, and eats some breakfast.
He looks at you. Gotta do this in the right order. Take out the 3. Go after him. There's a couple rules that we need to know about there that I need you to understand. 1, nowhere is safe. Where we're going, it's all his domain. You're a spellcaster. Save them as much as possible. Last thing. Do not think that we get a bit of respite once we kill him. Take what you need. Get the throne. But know that as soon as that happens, you know who will eventually show up. If this is what you truly want, we have a hell of a battle.
Or who?
As you make sure that Sophia can't hear. Soma.
How do you know he will show up?
There's only 2 people that he responds to right now with that. One's in hiding, and the other one is the person we're trying to kill. It's a good chance that he's probably listening to him right now.
I have plans for if he shows up. She might not like them, but we need him on our team.
Just be careful. Soma only has one thought process right now. The only order that he's been given. And it's to kill every god that he sees. Once he figures out what she is, he will actively try to destroy her.
So she doesn't try to kill him first. It's not going to be an easy battle.
Try.
But I understand. I will stay prepared. We'll figure out the plan. But killing Deimos is most important right now.
Alright. Are we all set? As he yells up to the rest of the house.
We're on our way down.
Ready to go?
Alright. Any last words you guys got before we head into the Devil's Den?
Last words, we're not gonna die.
No, but we might not get a chance to talk very much.
True. Do you want to relay them the plan, or shall I?
We're going for 3 of his knights first. Take him out so we get him. Note that we're all in his domain. Rest will be difficult. Try to save whatever energy you got for him. That being said, the battle's gonna be hard.
Be prepared to save your spells after, because you never know who can come.
Alright. He just draws out his sword and immediately crosses it in 2 different directions as the portal immediately summons to a black void. Fucking A. And then he just really starts walking in.
Take Katie's hand and walk with him.
Okay.
We did Titan walk.
Lead Obsidian in.
Okay.
I'll take up the end.
As the portal gets closed behind you and you find yourself in the world of perpetual darkness and death, we're going to end it there.
Now we gotta wait 2 more weeks.
It's a weird time of year, y'all.
It's going to be like that. We're in the holiday season. Yep.
Nothing with TNT.
Darn having lives.
Pretty much. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Do not forget to check out Echoes of Bahamut tomorrow, as they are on the same time frame, and they got an interesting boss battle tomorrow.
Millie.
And Millie will be there along with.
Oh, I meant the boss battle.
No, along with campaign 2 characters will be present. And then do not forget that we'll be off next week, but there will be 5 bar at Bullet, Wisconsin on next Thursday. That being said, to close us out, let's check out the intro one last time.